I'm Gemma Wenger, and this is Gemma Wenger's Hollywood. We're at the Southern California Motion Picture Council at the Sportsman's Lodge in Los Angeles, California, and we've got a star-studded luncheon going on, so I think there's going to be some interesting celebrities that we're going to run into. I have Florence LaRue of the Fifth Dimension, and you're a superstar.
Oh, thank you, Gemma. But it's really exciting to be, especially speaking to our friends in Europe, because I'm the lead singer for the Fifth Dimension vocal group, the only original left, and the group is still touring all over the world. So we want to go back to Europe.
How did you get started singing the Fifth Dimension, everything?
Oh my goodness! Actually, I was an actress, and I won the talent in the Miss Bronze California contest. And for my
Bronze California. That means
Right,
you have
Miss
bronze
Black
skin.
California.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
and I actually sang April in Paris in French. So I'm looking to go to Paris and sing at the Orpheum Theater there. So avec un nom called La Rue, il faut que je parle français. But
That was pretty.
I love languages, and I'm also launching a solo career, so I'm putting together my one-woman show, and just looking forward to really traveling all over the world. But to get back to your question, that's how I got started with the Miss Bronze California contest, and the photographer said, I'm putting together a group. I said, no, I'm not a singer, I'm an actress. I just got into the contest to be discovered for the movies and theater. Come join the group. Well, that was the Fifth Dimension, and I've been with the Fifth Dimension now ever since, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful, blessed career.
And you've toured all over.
All over Europe and Asia and the U.S., but lately we've just been performing in the U.S. and Canada, so really looking forward to going back to Europe.
What's the best part of being a Fifth Dimension? What some perks?
The best part of being a member of a group like the Fifth Dimension is the fact that we bring together people of all ages, of all races, of all religions, because our music is universal. And people come up to me and say, I remember your song when I was in high school, or my boyfriend's name was Bill, and you did, Will You Marry Me, Bill? Just such wonderful memories we bring to people. And in a time where a lot of people are down all over the world, it's a pleasure to bring joy to people through the music and just let them know that times are going to get better and music will help. I always say we need some music in the UN because music crosses all those language barriers and just really brings people together.
Well, you've been such a success, but there were times where you struggled, and how did you get through those struggles?
To be quite honest, we didn't struggle that much. We were blessed. When we first got together, I was in college getting my teaching credential, and fortunately it was my last year I graduated because we had to go on the road after a year, and normally groups are together for years before they get a big break. So actually our hardest part of our career is really now, because now a lot of people don't know we're still together because we're not as visual as we will be in the future, and also the young people don't know the Fifth Dimension. They know our song, and when they come to the show, they love it. They say, hey, you guys are hot. So we're looking forward to introducing our music to a new generation, and it's just been great.
So you're kind of like a new group for a new generation.
Right, we are. We really are. But now, when I first would talk to the young people and say, tell me the truth, have you ever heard of the Fifth Dimension? They'd say no. But now they say yes. They say, well, their parents play their music, and of course, Aquarius was in Forrest Gump, so a lot of our music is in movies. So a lot of people, young people know us now.
So what are you doing now to build the Fifth Dimension and to get it to that place where everybody knows?
The main thing I'm looking for are really good public relations people, because we perform in the highest for the highest of audiences, Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and it's packed and we get great reviews. But then people say, I didn't know the Fifth Dimension was still together until I read that you were coming here. So my goal is to get out there, let people know that the Fifth Dimension is still together and that the music sounds just like the recordings. We don't do any new
No lip syncing?
No lip syncing, no new versions. They come, they will hear their favorite song, Fifth Dimension song, just as it was recorded. And also, in the meantime, while I plan on staying with the group, I am also launching a solo acting and singing career.
You're getting back to that acting that you wanted in the first place.
Right, back to where I started.
How do you feel God has played a part in your success?
Now you've really touched the nerve, because God is the most important thing in my life. I got into show business for fame and fortune, which is, okay. But then as I matured, the Lord showed me, okay, now I've given you fame and success. I've given you fortune. What are you doing with it? How are you helping other people? How are you helping the kingdom of God? He spoke with me, and people say, oh, God talked to me. He spoke to my heart. And he told me he wanted me to stay in the secular world because I was thinking of going into the gospel arena. He said, I want you to stay in the secular world because I want you to sing to people who don't know the Lord and who won't go to a gospel show. So since then, as lead singer, and I put together the group show, I put a gospel song in the show. I've had people receive the Lord after the show. One day, after we sang the gospel, a young, white, middle-aged man walked up to me and took this ring off his finger and gave it to me. If he walked in
The
here,
one you're wearing right now?
if he walked in here today, I wouldn't recognize him. And then he gave it to me and left. This is a ring with Christ on the cross. To me, that was a sign that God's saying, you are doing what I want you to do. Stay there, bring happiness to people. You don't have to say God or Jesus, but through your actions, let your light shine. Because then I was saying, I get such, joy of singing for the Lord. Maybe it's, too selfish. He says, no. He led me to Matthew. Let your light so shine so that people can see. And I've had people come up to me and say, I don't know what it is you have, but I want some of that. And I get a chance to minister and say, it's God.
It just seems like there's a whole new breath of fresh air coming into your singing, your acting, and at the same time, it's a little bit of a ministry to the lost.
It's a lot of a ministry. It's a lot of a ministry, and I get such joy. I was so on fire for the Lord that I think I offended some people. You got to go to church. So I finally learned, just share. You learn how to share your faith in a palatable way so that people will say, okay, I'll check that out. And I had one young lady I led to the Lord now, many years ago. She's now a minister. That's what's rewarding. That's what feels good. I recently lost my mother. She died.
I'm so sorry.
But, she's with the Lord. She knew the Lord. And the one thing she was most proud of was not the fact that I'm with the fifth dimension, but the fact that I knew the Lord and that I go to church.
And that's what really matters.
Yeah, that's what really matters. We have 6 Grammys, 14 gold records, platinum records, but they can't hug you. They can't share. The most important thing in life is not money. It's not fortune or fame. It's family and friends. And the sooner we know that, the better the world will be.
What does it mean to you living every day with the Lord? What does that mean? How are you different from somebody who doesn't know the Lord?
The difference is I can handle things better. I'm no different from we're all sinners, including myself. But it just means that when I am down or something bad happens, I have someone to go to. I have my Heavenly Father that I can just go to and cry out to Him. And believe me, I've done it a lot. And He's always there, always there. Sometimes He doesn't do things when I want Him to. Then I look back and say, oh, maybe I wasn't ready for that.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes we have to wait so long. It's just really, truly amazing. Like you said, with the fifth dimension, they were just catapulted into stardom. And then now maybe it's kind of, you're kind of working and trying to see what new doors God is opening for the group and for you personally.
I always say that the devil loves to take you up so he can bring you down. But sometimes God will let you go down so He can bring you up.
And He's a good God, and He does like to bring us up. As we humble ourselves before Him, He will exalt us in due season, in His timing.
But Lord, I want patience now.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and He kind of takes a long time, I found.
Not always. If He thinks you're ready for something, you may get it right away. Like now I'm single. And my son is grown and married, and I have 3 wonderful grandchildren, and I want to be married. So I said, Lord, I'm not going to look for a husband. People say, why don't you go on the internet? And no. Mm-hmm. I'm preparing myself and my soul. God knows exactly what I want, so I'm waiting.
And you're married to the Lord right now.
Right now I'm married to the Lord. All you wonderful single men out there, you're Christian men.
You're God's girl, but He shares.
Yes, He does.
Oh, well, God bless you, Florence. This was so wonderful. It was so encouraging.
Thank you very much. Bless you.
I have the legendary Herb Jeffries with me, and he's the last surviving member of the great Duke Ellington Band. And we know that he started in basically the 1940s singing Flamingo, which has sold 14 million copies worldwide.
That's very good. I didn't know there were many people around that would remember that. It's been so long. 1940, yeah. 1940 is when I recorded it. And it was released not until 1941, almost a year later, because our A&R man didn't particularly care for singers. And
You mean the producer didn't like the way you're singing it?
no, he was a producer who liked only instrumentals. And Duke Ellington, he thought it was sacrilegious for anybody to sing with his band.
So he had preconceived notions.
Right. But anyway, it was released a year later. The thing about records, it might be interesting to the people out there, is that you're playing roulette. You don't know what's going to win. You put your little badge out there on a number and hope and pray that it's going to come out. And since I only had a short time to record it, because he didn't really want me to record, I recorded in one take, and they said, well, that's good enough. Okay, forget about it. So I didn't really want...
You didn't even know the song or hadn't even heard the song before you recorded it, correct?
That's right. And I said, well, I don't care if they don't put it out because I only had one shot at it, so it might not be good. So I just forgot that it ever existed. And then a year later, hit the jukeboxes. So you never know. It's luck.
A little God element, too?
Oh, God all the way, number one. God all the way, number one. He makes the decision.
God had a plan for you, and also he gave you that voice.
Yes, he gave me that voice, and I'm still using it at 95. I'm still out there doing records, and the one that I wanted you to have to go home and listen to, it was done while I was up there in 94. Most people come to this planet by stork. I came by flamingo, and Duke Ellington was the attending physician.
That's right. Now, most people, they say, don't tell your age, but you are very proud of your age.
Well, I feel this way about my age. I don't use the word old, I use vintage. And number one, if Methuselah lived 900 years, heck, I'm still in my diapers.
That's right. You got a long ways to go.
Right, exactly. So, it's wonderful, and I'm happy, and I'm thrilled that I'm out here at this extended time to listen to new music and new things to do. And I try to keep up with the times.
So tell us a little more about yourself. I know that you had nightclubs in Europe. What else?
I went to Europe because I fell in love with Paris, which had been discriminated very badly by the German, well, not really the Germans, but by the Nazi group. And all of their clubs were shut down and closed, and they loved jazz. So when I went through there, saw all these clubs that weren't operating, I said, I'm going to come back here and open up a jazz club. In my life, I've sung for 5 kings. I've sung for 7 presidents of the United, but all coincidental. It was never arranged.
Just were at the right place at the right time.
Exactly. And that, too, is handled by the boss. He puts you there, doesn't he?
That loving father upstairs. I noticed that you're Ethiopian, French, Canadian, Italian, and Irish.
Right. My mother was Irish. My father was Sicilian. And I don't know what else, because over in that part of the country, when a group of people that sometimes we forget that they came from North Africa and conquered all of the Mediterranean area. And they weren't very pale, the Moors. The Moors were very dark. And so and came from North Africa. So we don't know, if we go back 10 generations, what we're mixed up with.
That's right. So, it's not, I think, as important what we look like, our past, our ancestors, but what we do with the gifts and the talents. So what do you consider to be your greatest accomplishment?
Mine?
Yeah, yours. I don't see anybody else here.
Well, I'm still working at it, I'm still saying to the Father, use me. And at the end of every prayer I make, I always say, my wife and I say, direct me into the path that pleases you most. You've done wonderful with me so far.
So God has really been a strong element, a strong strength in your life.
Not always.
No? Tell us about that.
I had to walk through a little manure, and that's okay. Manure is fertilizer. and it makes you grow. Our Lord Christ had to walk through a lot of it, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, so that's why I feel I've done what I've had to do. I don't think anything I've done has been anything sensationally to talk about as being seen. I've been successful, and I think maybe I've been a little drop of sand on the beach to make things as they are better today for all people, because I went out there and took on the load that was the most highly discriminated race on the face of this earth, with one of the most wonderful men that I ever met in my life by the name of Duke Ellington. Very articulate, very well educated, and a great American composer, Duke Ellington. I learned many, many things from this man. And I hope there's other men out there someplace that I may learn more things about so that I can help our country to become a better place.
In spite of all the obstacles, he really succeeded, and in spite of all the obstacles, you succeeded. Did you always know you wanted to be a singer?
Yes. From the beginning of the time that I could hum, when I was a little kid, I went around driving everybody crazy in my house at 4 or 5 years old. And it's been my love, and so I've just stayed at it, regardless of what.
Look what I have here. I have your CD. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is a CD we've done recently, and I call it The Duke and I, and I give him first place because he's the guy I learned so much from. And he's helped me in my music writing, being able to be around a great man like that. And then when I went to sing with his band, I knew I was with one of the most professional musicians of all times. Well, and also one of the great dressers. At one time, he and the Duke of Wales, I think, were the two best dressers in the world at one time. His clothes were very expensive, and so that wasn't a good idea that I went to his tailor, because it took most of my salary to try to look good. And it's still a passion of mine. I still love to dress.
And you look fabulous today, let me tell you. And also, look what I have. This looks really interesting. It's the Herb Jeffries story, the Black History Uncovered series, A Colored Life.
Well, A Colored Life is sort of something that I've been working on out there.
Do you want to show them so they can see it too?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
wanna
but
share
yeah,
a
here.
little bit?
There you go, Don.
Take this one.
Can you see that? Okay. And the reason I called it A Colored Life is once upon a time down in the South, there was a word out called colored people. And everybody thought that people who were dark-skinned were where this name came from. But that's not true. It came from all colored people from the South, when we had the bigoted people down there who didn't want anyone but Caucasians to have the first right to do anything. So all people, such as Japanese, Chinese, Mexican, Puerto Ricans, if you had any color in your skin, you were called a colored person. And we're all colored.
I got a little peach in my skin.
Yeah, well, you got some of that brown in you, and that's nice. You don't have to sit out in the sun as much as other people do and get cancer of the skin, do you?
That's right. I got that natural tan, just like you.
And as I look at it, it's very beautiful, your skin.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Truth. And so the thing is that I thought that I would call it The Colored Life, because everything that I can remember of that I really enjoyed the most, like the rainbow, was colored. And since we're all colored, I have never seen a white person in my life, and I've never seen a black one.
Well, where can they get this DVD and the CD? Do you have a website where they could order it?
The CD, yes, you can get that Flamingo, I think it's on the back.
Oh, it says Flamingo Productions, and it's www.herbjeffries.com. That's Herb, Herb, and Jeffries, JEFFRIES.com. www.herbjeffries.com. Well, any plans for the future?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, millions of them. But I think sometimes you have to stick to one. And right now, I really want to do the things that the Father who has given me the gift. I want to go out and do things for Him, and not religious, but spiritual. And because I love all religions, they're all good. We're all trying to get to the beach where God is. Does it matter if I take Sunset Boulevard and you take Pico and somebody else takes Wilshire? We're all trying to get there, and so I love them all.
God loves us all, and He loves you very much.
Yes, yes, and I know He loves you very much too.
I have Jerry and Elizabeth Marin here, and they are the little stars of The Wizard of Oz. You played the Munchkins, correct?
I was the lollipop kid. I sang the song to Judy and welcomed her to Munchkin Land.
So
in the
you're
movie.
so you're one of the very famous Munchkins.
I guess so.
70 years ago, I'm a Munchkin by marriage.
That'll work for me.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right. That's right. And how was it working with Judy Garland?
Oh, she was an excellent. She was an angel. She was lovely. Just couldn't be better. That's all.
Yeah, she was 15, Jerry was 17, and he was in love with her, of course.
Who wouldn't be?
That's right, she was gorgeous. Jerry, would you like to tell them what you did when Dorothy came onto the Yellow Brick Road?
All right. Well, when John, you want to hold it or you want me to
Either
hold it?
way.
Well, best if you hold it.
Okay.
When Judy came onto the Yellow Brick Road, me and my two little buddies marched up to her. We were the Lollipop Kids, and we said, "We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land." I handed her a lollipop.
70 years ago. Jerry will be 89 next month, if he behaves.
You don't look a day over 45.
Aren't you lovely? You're the loveliest thing I've seen.
There were 124 little people. Now there are 8. And only 3 or 4 can travel. So I'm going to make sure he's the last one standing.
Yes, that's right. And did you know when you were making the movie that it would be so famous, so popular?
Not quite, because I was just in our episode, but I didn't see the other great episodes, and that's what made me think it was a wonderful show, you know.
Well, it was the start of his career. He's been in over 120 movies, TV shows, commercials. His book is out now, his bio, called Short and Sweet by Jerry Marin. It's half right.
So tell us about a few other things you've been in.
Marx Brothers at the Circus, The Great John L.
The Our Gang Comedies,
Comedies,
Andy Williams Show,
Andy Williams Show,
The Gong Show,
The Gong Show,
the original Buster Brown, Little Oscar.
Buster Brown. That's my
On
dog
and
Tig.
on.
He lives in a shoe.
So
Buster Brown, look for me in there too.
how did you get into acting?
Agents from MGM were at the theater and they saw Jerry's act. You mind if I go tell them?
Go ahead, please.
And they came backstage and they said, "We're doing a movie called The Wizard of Oz, and we need a lot of little people, especially little people who can sing and dance. We just saw you. Would you be interested in seeing our movie?" Jerry, of course, says, "Oh, yeah, I want to be a movie star. I'll do it." So they picked him to be the one who gave Dorothy the lollipop. And when they got to Culver City, they picked 2 little fellows who were about his size to be in it with him, Harry Dahl and Jackie Gurley, right?
Right.
And that was the start of his
Thank you,
career.
dear.
He was 17.
She knows everything.
Well, he's such a talented man that he just went from one thing to another to another. He was even a professional wrestler, Babyface Marin. During World War II, he couldn't, of course, be in the military, but he and a little friend of his entertained for the USO at every veterans hospital in the United States.
That's right. Well, she remembers everything, doesn't she?
It's all in your biography called Short and Sweet.
And so how can we get this biography?
Any bookstore online, Amazon.com, has given it 4 stars, which is the best you can get. It's a great book. Over 200 photos in it. Wizard of Oz, all the way till them getting their star on the Walk of Fame last year. The Munchkins have a star on the Walk of Fame now. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Only took them 70 years to do it, but there you go. And they got it. So we still.
What does it say? The Munchkins, or does it have your
The
names?
Munchkins.
Because they couldn't put every. It would, they just had to say the Munchkin. But there are 8 out of the 100 little, 7 of the little Munchkins were there, and now that were able to come, but only 4 are able to travel now. So, anytime you get Jerry or any of the other Munchkins at an event, it's really a once in a lifetime opportunity because there are not too many of them anymore.
Do you feel God has played a role in your success at all?
Absolutely. He put me on earth for him and him on earth for me. I do believe that. I don't think either one of us would have gotten married had we not found each other. I really don't.
We're both single.
He was 55 when we got married.
I robbed the cradle.
55 and never been married. We'll be married 34 years on the 10th of May.
So God did have a hand in you guys, huh?
I think so, dear.
I know so. I know so.
I'm Gemma Wenger, and this is Gemma Wenger's Hollywood, and we're here to say goodbye to the Southern California Motion Picture Council Celebrity Awards Luncheon. We talked to some amazing people. They had fabulous things to say. Makes me realize I have so much to learn. And maybe you learned something too, and I hope you had a great time watching. I'm Gemma Wenger, and if you would like a copy of the television show that you just saw in DVD format, please send a donation of $10 or more plus $2.50 shipping and handling to Gemma Wenger Ministries Incorporated at the address that you see on the screen. Please also specify the order number that you see. If it's more convenient for you to donate through PayPal, you can go to my website at www.gemmawenger.com and make your donation. But please be sure to email me. My email address is gemmawenger@cs.com and specify the order number. God bless you, and I love you.
Hi.